Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with our last class of alternative English, let's start today's class. Alright, so you take out page number 34. So, in the last class of our alternative English, we did discuss till alias. Alright, that Milken was telling Kondraskin that he was living under an alias, that is a false name, all right, which is supposed to be considered as a criminal activity. All right, so page number 34, the last three lines that you see. So he said, so before those lines, all right, see the above part, that is, I am living under an alias, it won't be easy to arrest me. So that is what Milken said to Kondraskin. Since I am living my life under a false name, so it won't be easy for the police to arrest me. Perhaps you will live like that until you die, and no one will ever know who you are. Wait, you are an honest man now. After all, you repented ages ago. God be with you. So be it. Get married now. Alright, so this is what Kondraskin was telling, to Milken. Alright, that whatever it is, whether you are living now under an alias or whatever it is, I don't care with that. Alright, my only concern is that at least you have repented for whatever mistakes you did in the past. All right, whatever wrongdoings you did, whatever it is, whatever misdoings, whatever wrongdoings, whatever it is, at least now you are repenting, you are realizing your mistakes. So what else to say more than this? All right, so that is what Kondraskin says to Milken, that at least you are an honest man. You have said, you have uttered whatever is whatever is right. All right, whatever is correct. You did not hide anything from me, at least. All right, so now forget about that. Now you propose to Nastya and just get married. Milken broke out into a sweat. Again, now what will happen to Milken? Just think. He just broke out into a sweat, like whatever the struggles he had been doing in order to convince Kondraskin, not proceeding further for this relationship, that just went in vain. All right, all those struggles, all his efforts just went in vain. It was no use taking the deception further than the runaway convict. And only one thing remained, to flee ignominiously without giving any reason. Now see, ignominiously, this word is there in bold letters, and you also have the meaning below, embarrassingly, because the deed is so completely a failure. Whatever did he pursued in order to make Kondraskin convince for the fact that his views and Nastya's views don't match. So those deeds, it goes to be a failure. It proved to be a failure, and that is what it says. Now Milken now thinks that he's thinking that it is of no use now, to convince Kondraskin at any cost. All right, that is why it says here that the deed is so completely a failure. His efforts went in vain. All right, so now what he thinks is that let's just run away from this place, let's just move on without giving him any kind of reason, without pretending, without doing any effort and any kind of deed. He was just about to dive through the door when a thought flashed across his mind. He was just about to leave. He was just about to move from that place. All of a sudden, what happened? A thought just, strike into his mind. All right. Listen, you haven't heard everything yet. He said, I am mad. All right. Now, this is the last thing he says here. That, the most important part you're going to listen from me now, all right, which is, after hearing that, I think you perhaps won't allow your daughter to get married to me, and the thing is, I'm mad. I'm really mad. And marriage is forbidden to the mad and insane. All right, now it will come, the interesting part will come from here. Now he just gave his assertion, all right, his own statement, and he says that marriage is forbidden. Don't you know that? It is not allowed to, madman and insane people, right? It is not allowed, because how could a mad person get married? He will spoil his partner's life. His life is already spoiled, and along with that, his partner's life will also be spoiled. I don't believe it. Madmen don't argue so logically. Now, this is what Kondraskin says, that how could it be possible? You are arguing with me so logically. Whatever reasons, whatever points you're putting up in front of me, those are so logical. Now, I think madmen don't argue so logically. Then you don't understand, if that's how you reason. Don't you know that many madmen are only crazy for certain spells, but are no different from ordinary people in between? So this is what Milken says, that madman, they are no different from ordinary people, but in certain terms, right, in certain context only, they differ. But if you see normally, then what happens, that they are not much different from an ordinary man. I don't believe it. Save your breath. In that case, I will bring you a certificate from a doctor. Now, since Kondraskin was not believing to the words of Milken, so what did Milken say in order to make him prove? He said that I will bring you a certificate, all right, from a doctor, which will certify the fact, the true fact. Now, fact is always true. So, which will certify the fact that I am really a mad man. I will believe the certificate, but not you. A fine madman. All right. So, Kondraskin says this, okay, that if you somehow able to show a certificate which certifies that you are a madman, then only I will be able to believe it, or otherwise I can't believe your words. That is what Kondraskin says. I will bring it to you in half an hour. So long. Alright. Milken snatched up his hat and hurriedly ran out. 5 minutes later, he was already calling on his friend, Dr. Fituyev. Now, there is a character, alright, that is a character of a doctor whose name is Dr. Fituyev. Alright, this you need to remember. Now, there is not much participation of this character, but just a minor part only there for this character. Alright, so whatever it is, so you need to remember also, if question comes that what is the name of the doctor that Milken went for seeking help, alright, for getting a certificate for being a madman, then it will be Dr. Fituyev. So what did Milken do? He called up, alright, one of his friend, alright, who was a doctor, that is Dr. Fituyev, but unfortunately he caught him just when he was straightening his hair after a tiff with his wife. It happens with every couple, alright. After a tiff with his wife, that means tiff means argument. So after having some kind of argument with his wife, what was the doctor doing? He was straightening his hair, alright, and at that point of time, what happened is that Milken just caught him, alright. He just called him up and said for whatever he was looking for. Next, you see, my friend, I have a favor to ask of you, he said to the doctor. That is, Milken said to the doctor that I need a help from you. The fact is, they want me to get hitched at all cost. The fact is that people just want me to get married at all cost. I can't I'm not able to get away from that web. To avoid this calamity, I have decided to feign insanity. So, see, now calamity here, calamity means it's a disaster. Now whatever situations are going through in his life are being referred to as calamity, alright, because calamity basically is a problem that pose a threat in our life. So that is why he says that I am having a problem, alright, I am having a calamity, and for that reason I have decided to feign insanity. I am, trying to pretend as if I am a mad person. Hamlet's advice after a fashion. You can't marry if you're mad, as you know, be a friend and certify me insane. Now see, here Hamlet's device, sorry, not advice, Hamlet's device. Here you have meaning for this. Please look at the word meaning. What it says here, that in Shakespeare's play Hamlet, in order to take revenge on Claudius for his father's murder, pretends madness. Now, pretending of being a madman. So the same kind of situation Milken is also going through. That is why Hamlet's device, that is the great, you must be knowing about Shakespeare's Hamlet. Alright, that is the drama, famous drama. So there also what happens, the character Hamlet, he, in order to take revenge for his father's murder, what did he do? He tried to pretend, he pretended to be a mad person, alright, in order to take revenge on Claudius. Claudius is also the name of a character, alright. I'll not go much in detail. You just remember this thing only, that Hamlet, in order to take revenge on Claudius for his father's murder, he pretends madness. So similar kind of situation is also, can be, it can also be seen in this part also, that is in the life of Milken. So that is why this reference is being put here, alright. So what did Milken say? That now I also have to pretend to be a mad person. I don't have any other option left with me. So you don't want to get married? Ask the doctor. Now the doctor, that is Dr. Fituiev, he is supposed to be a friend also, alright, Milken's friend also. So that is why he went to Dr. Fituiev for, asking for help, alright, from him. So now Fituiev asked him, you don't want to get married? Not for all the tea in China. Now that is what Milken says, this is not a cup of tea for everyone, alright. This is, if suppose, because he is married, Dr. Fituiev is married. Now since he is questioning this question to Milken, that is why Milken says that it is not everyone's cup of tea like that, alright. So that sort of context is given here. Now just because you are married, you can't tell me, to get married. You can't influence other person to get married. Alright, so I think let's stop for today's class, alright. Oh sorry, I think only 4-5 lines are there. Alright, let's complete this. Alright, see, in that case I refuse to certify you, said the doctor, straightening his hair. Alright, so after hearing to the words of Milken, what did the doctor say? That, see, I refuse to certify you, alright, I can't give you a fake certificate. Straightening, he was busy with straightening his hair. Anyone who doesn't want to get married is not crazy, alright, on the contrary, he is very wise. Now this is what the doctors say, that if you do not want to get married, that means what it shows, that you are wise, alright, because I am married and I know what are the consequences I am facing now. Now since you have taken this decision not to get married, that means what? You are wise. You are not a mad person. Alright, that is what the doctors say. Now this is very humorous. But when you want to get married, well, that's the time to come to me for your certificate. Now the doctor says that whenever you want, you feel like getting married, then you come to me, I will certify you the certificate. Then it will be obvious that you have gone stark staring mad, and at that point of time I will believe that you have actually mad. That means getting married is, according to the doctor, is what? Mad thing to do in this world. That means a person should not get married in his life, alright, because a lot of things are there, we have to sacrifice and all, alright. So this is what he is referring to, directly or indirectly you can say, alright. So he says here, doctor says here, that if you want to get married, then only I think that you are mad. Now you are saying that you are not interested to get married. That means what? You are wise. So how can you say that you are mad, that's why you don't want to get married? All right, so this is completely like ironical. All right, so that is what the doctor says to Milken. All right, so in this way the story ends with this note. So I hope this story is clear to you. If you have got any doubt, you can ask me in the message, and you can call me also, all right, by clearing your doubts. So for today, let's stop our class here. We will continue in our next class. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead.